now 33 days in to Trump's presidency. 233 in numbers comes to John Fitzgerald Kennedy. 233 comes to gold-backed digital currency. It also comes to follow the white rabbit. And there's been quite a large rabbit today. So we'll talk about it now. The elephant in the room is Charlie KIRK has been shot, dead, murdered, publicly assassinated at a rally, at an event at a university in Utah. And yeah, there's footage of it on Twitter. You can see it. But there's also, hey Lisa, there's also a lot of other kind of, hey Cheryl. Yeah, there's some alternate footage though. Have a look, Cheryl. There's some other videos around of it, and where the video's slowed down. I'll let you make your own assumptions about it. Remember, it's a multi-leveled chess game. It's a multi-dimensional chess game, but it's also, yeah. So, there's many things going on with this. Hey, Tamala. So the shot in the neck is obviously reminiscent of JFK. I've said it a long time ago that, and many times, that JFK was swapped out, and the world will know that at some point. There'll be many that come back. Yeah, exactly, sure it is. It's something else. And so, on the surface, though, everyone knows what the narrative is. It's like he's speaking out, and then they get shot. But it's interesting. It's a bit like with President Trump with the assassination attempt. They had all the "you're fired" boards up, and so that's the thing. It's like there's the world that sees it, and then there's people in the community that see it, and then there's ones that can see further as well beyond. Well, they're in the community, but they can see other things. See kind of the spiritual periscopes, and so you see the footage of Charlie KIRK, and he says he's asked a question about shootings, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's shot. But there are clips you can look, and it looks like they've slowed the clips down, and it looks like there was maybe something, a squib or something. So you have to make your own decisions on it, but there's many things in play. Hey Lynn. So I looked at the numbers because I watched Interstellar again because it was on tonight. It's not going to be on probably for a little while now, but I wanted to go and watch it, and saw some really great things again in Interstellar. That's it, eyes to see. And that's what a lot of this is exposing. It's showing, things. Yeah. So over the last few days, I didn't put it out, I just put it out now. But the last few days, I was meaning to put out a tweet about George Floyd, and do the numbers on George Floyd. George Floyd's 119. The bad A word ending in the Chrome browser is also 119. And then the shooting of the killing of the lady as well the other day, the Ukraine. So Ukraine in numbers is 79, murder is 79. Nelson 79. There's lots of things. And then this today with Charlie Kirk. So at one level, it's like a kind of reversal or a balancing of the George Floyd incident. That was their one that they did, and now the other side of the equation looks like this with Charlie Kirk. I haven't looked at what Ariel's said on it yet, but he's always got interesting things on it. So it might be worth having a look at that. So yeah, eyes to see, folks. Eyes to see. That's what it is. Yeah, discernment. That's it, Len. But like, remember, there's many levels. That's the thing. It's many levels. It will shock the world. It will. I haven't looked at the news tonight, but I'm sure it must be around there because my brother had heard about it. And yeah, it's an interesting one, and sure it'll be used as a trigger, as a distraction, as a few things, and time will be, obviously, as it always is the great revealer. Hey Nadine. So I was looking at the numbers on Charlie Kirk. So Charlie Kirk in numbers is 105, which is triumph. It's Trump plus Q. So 88 Trump plus Q is Charlie Kirk, 105. It's also internet, 105. And when you look at it closely, it looks like there's I mean, some are showing the changing of the ring, so it's like, is it digitized? They're showing it looks like there was something on the shirt, like a scrib. It's obviously hit the neck, which is reminiscent of JFK, and it's dramatic and it's in place. So it's very similar from that point of view. It's the day before 9/11. 9/11 is tomorrow. 9/11, 11/9, 11/9 is George Floyd. 11/9 is also the A word plus the Chrome browser. So there's lots of things with that, but also 11/9 is redemption, and it's Nikola Tesla. So it's other physics as well. So there's a lot of things at play with it. And if you do Charles, so this is the other thing. So when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's like, Kirk, and then made me think of Star Trek, James T. Kirk. Star Trek is 112, which is victory. But then if you look at Charles James Kirk, which is his name, James T. Kirk from Star Trek, but Charles James Kirk, and it's funny because it's not funny, but it's interesting. Yesterday I was talking about Charlie and Chuck, Prince Charles, and the different moves that are going to be leading up to the 17th. So the other thing with it is, if you do Charles James Kirk, it's 163 in numbers, which is it's interesting. Jeffrey Epstein is 163. Also, on the good side, Make America Great Again, 163. But I've said it before, I believe that Epstein or has been for a long time, is a deep triple on the good side, because he was the bait to catch them. He's the bait to catch them. And if he's not dead, then he's in some form of protection, if he's even a real character. So there's lots of, that's the thing. The storm is so many things. It's so many things that are all coming. The other thing as well is you have this kind of, how should I put this? You've got organic truthers, gifted truthers that would just get called to do this. I heard the call, and I just speak the things that come to me. And I am blessed, and I am gifted, and I am guided, and I'm very thankful for that. but I don't have a kind of network of, I don't have a whole team around me. There's lots of quote unquote people in the Patriot movement that have massive followings and are positioned and made to be kind of these fountains of news. And in some ways, Charlie Kirk was or is one of those types. So they're massive everywhere on all these networks, and you do have to ask yourself the question: how does that happen? How do they get a whole management team behind them? How do they come out of? I mean, I don't even know when he started, but how do these people get picked to do this? Because they sway the narrative. They can move the narrative and keep people kind of in a limited hangout. And look at President Trump's comments about it as well. There's also a reference to a Q post. My friend Lindsay pointed this out, that there's one of the Q posts that talks about 6 o'clock is dangerous. President Trump has said that they'll be lowering the flags on up till Sunday at 6 o'clock in honor of legendary Charlie Kirk. And there's things like the Flynn network that Ariel talks about. The thing is, there's lots of double, triple on both sides, and that's the tricky thing. And so sometimes you ask yourself, well, why is that? And then it's like, okay, when you become stronger, you start to be able to decipher and see and feel through the kind of trickiness of all of it. And so at one level, it will wake people up. It will trigger kind of political things. It will also, oh, you're welcome. It will also help people decipher between the truth, what's in front of their eyes, and what is real. So it will serve multiple purposes. And really, I don't know fully until we go through it what the kind of movements on the global landscape it will be. But there's some of the thoughts and feelings that I've got initially about it. The other thing as well, so if you do, this is an interesting one, if you do Charles James Kirk, that's 163, plus George Floyd, 119, it comes to 282, 88 miles per hour. And I think there will be many 88 miles per hour moments in this. But like Emmett Brown said, he said when you get to 88 miles per hour, we're also going to see some serious shit. Shit is 56, which is light, is also Charlie. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I'm talking in a gematria way. When Emmett Brown says, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, we're going to see some serious shit. One way you could say it's 56 is shit, but it's also Charlie. That could be a marker for many other 88 miles per hour moments, or at least a precipitator for it, So, yeah. Kirk is 49, which is yes, which is XLM. That one way you could look at it is because Charlie's also 56, which is healing. And in some ways that will heal people, even though that's taking place. But sometimes you have to go through a cathartic moment to get to that. Inception, 105, that's what his name comes to. I didn't watch Inception tonight, I watched Interstellar. But DiCaprio talks in Inception. He says a cathartic moment, positive emotion trumps negative emotion. So there's all these things, there's all these echoes of info, and everyone's going to perceive it in their own way. So it's an interesting one. It's something that we didn't see, it's a surprise, but it's there. But feeling into it, it feels like it's been created, but probably for many purposes. But all these things are pushing us towards the light. They're pushing us towards the Great Awakening. They're pushing us towards the storm. So we'll see what will happen. similar to things of, you know, actually I won't talk about it, but that Capitol Hill many years ago, and that one was kind of a sticky wicket for ages, and it seemed to rumble on forever. But also that kind of limited hangout group talked about it forever and ever and ever, and I used to get them on shows and they'd just beat it to death. Maybe we'll see more of that in the future, but that, yeah, limited hangouts. So it's important to be aware of them and to use your own eyes. See things in front of you and have a look and feel and go with your feelings, and, you know, it's fine tuning. But yeah, so I don't have all the answers on all the mechanics of the Charlie Kirk thing, but time will tell. There's also one of the tweets President Trump, or one of the truths he put out, he capitalized it and it came up to 113. 113 is one of those markers, which is a Chrome browser word. That's another, it's 119 in proper numbers, but it's often referenced as 113. So it's interesting that President Trump highlighted that as well. So there's double, triple, quadruple meanings in all of this, folks. there really is. So, and there's networks, nothing to be fearful of. We just move through. But I think as well with it is, it could be, well, it's not that it could be, it's many things. But these incidents are they're multi-layered at many levels. So, yeah. But we'll see what comes. We'll see what's coming and what's next. But yeah, the Black Swan event is coming. This isn't the Black Swan event. It's, you know, it's a surprise. But the Black Swan event is coming, and the storm is soon here. Pappy Trumpo pointed out, and he said the show is about to begin, and maybe this is a Tinder keg. Is that the correct phrase? Maybe this will be a spark that ignites all other things as well and sets things into motion. So it will make sense as we move forward, because we're in the red team moving forward. We're not on the blue team knowing the result and then working back yet, or not that I'm aware of, but we've probably got versions of it. Yeah, so anyway, I had, again, my knickknacks this afternoon, and links are below. So, yeah, a surprising one. September 11th tomorrow, so we'll see what comes with that. Yeah. There's also, I need to look it up. I haven't done it for a long time, but there's also a 369 around Kennedy. Well, I know the Kennedy one, but there's one around the USS Enterprise as well. There's a 369 on that. So with JFK, if you do time travel, witness protection, that's 369. John Kennedy, witness protection, is 369. So it's the Tesla numbers. Nikola Tesla is 119, which is redemption, Mary Magdalene. And on the bad side, it's George Floyd, and it's also the A plus Chrome browser, that word. So, and then you got Charlie James Kirk, which is James T. Kirk, you know. So there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff with it. So anyway, who knows what's next? Something's coming. It is, Sharon. It is. It is nuts. It's crazy. But the other thing is as well is if we're depending on our perspective, and we have to kind of have a multiple perspectives because it's just such a live interactive game. If we're in a simulation, if we're in a game, if we're in a movie, then all these characters are characters. All these. It's the thing that Alan Watts says about if you go into a dream and then you forget that you're dreaming, then it becomes real and it feels real. But then when you wake up, and that's what Inception is all about. Inception 105. That's, you know what, that maybe that's partly what it is. So Inception is 105. Charlie Kirk is 105. So maybe this is an implant of an image, a piece of footage to make people think a certain thing. But depending on the level of the dream state you're in will depend upon the thoughts and the feelings and understandings you get from it. And so, yeah, Inception. It's an Inception moment. It's something that will be remembered. And who knows? Who knows? Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. And did Charlie Kirk really get shot? You know, it's just an observation, YouTube, so I can say that. You know what I've noticed, actually? This is an interesting one. So I've been hammered for years now on YouTube, but I have noticed in the last few days there seems to be an upturn. I'm even getting a vibration in my hand as I'm saying this. So I'm actually I'm actually seeing subscribers go up again on YouTube, which is amazing. So maybe we're going to get to 88,000, which will be 88 miles per hour. So yeah. Interesting. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, folks. God bless you. And who knows what's coming next down the rabbit hole or through the rabbit hole. But today, 233 days, 233 is follow the white rabbit. And we know what that has. See, follow the white rabbit has dual meaning, you see. That's to do with Looking Glass and time travel and Alice in Wonderland. But it's also to do with George Floyd 119, the A plus Chrome word. You know, that's the thing. This life is not just black or white. It's multi-layered, it's multi-dimensional, it's multi-universe. And we're beginning to learn and to see that more and more and more now. So anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, folks. There'll be more things that come along with this, I'm sure. And enjoy the show. Get your popcorn ready. And take care. Bye.